We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
Right up the gut. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They give it to him again. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. To throw, Milton. This is Corley working the left side. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Back to throw. Here's Milton. This is complete to Murray. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Milton back to throw. Corley reels it in. Has some room to work. He does it. Touchdown! The Jets take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. And wow, Brock, this one is no good. He has been automatic so far this season, but for the first time here, he whiffs on that extra point. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. Returning it from the 4. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, check. Check. Bronco switch.
Give now to the running back. And he's able to push this ahead to around the 27. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
Here we go. Bring it. Alert. Ready.
Back to the well again. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Brought down on the play by T'Vondre Sweat. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Set. 18 Rattler. Ready.
From the 35 on 2nd down. And he missed over the middle there. Lucky that one didn't end up worse. That's swatted away, incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And he's going to go down. Jets brought the pressure and got to him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Hand off to the back. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes them back quite a ways. That holding penalty is going to make first down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Now Milton to throw. Trying for the deep ball. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball. Incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And now they face second and long.
Read and react. Read and react. Read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Milton now. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Well, it'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
They'll run here. It's Hall. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on second and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Ready.
8 yards to go as they get set on second and goal.
Smash.
He gets it headed right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Jets will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being third down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Diving, it looks close. They say he caught it. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They've got first and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Milton. got his target. It's Higgins. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 3 now. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. That play good for 17 and a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Another carry for him. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing now, Milton. Murray with the catch. And that is a touchdown. The Jets parlay the interception into points. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete. So they didn't call on him following the touchdown, but they do call on him here as he sends this away. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
Ready.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
Roll. Set, ready. Hey, check that.
They'll run here on first down. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here we go. 70 Rangers. Ready.
2nd and 13. That one's complete, right side. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Set. Ready.
He'll throw it. That's caught for the first. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys start to fight back with their first points of this game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period.
Yeah.
End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
PAT up and good for Moody. And the Cowboys trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Chooses to bring this one out. Not much on the return. Should have kept that one in the end zone as the tackle's made at the 15-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Milton. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Go.
Throwing from the gun. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 38 out of the play. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Cut out left. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. And it's the Jets in a nice spot, 2nd and inches. They'll throw it again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
Field goal try upcoming from the Jets. Definitely not an automatic here. This 41 yards away. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Starting from the 5. And he's out of bounds up across the 25. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Go! Alert! Alert! Cowboy 80! Ready?
Lone back gets the handoff. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Come on!
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
No! No!
From the 29. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Lion! Reload! Reload! Ready?
Looking to the air here. Called in left side. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Here we go, set!
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Viking 18! Ready?
Pass play on 1st and 10. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. They sent it out to New York just to be safe, and the folks there saw enough to change that call.
Set! Ready? Smash! Smash! Go!
Here's 2nd and 5. Finds a seam down the middle. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running. Working inside the red zone. Coming near the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Quick throw left side, complete. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. So close to the end zone, but with time winding down, they're going to try for the field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Moody knocks it through, and that gets them back within 5.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
Ready up.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. We will not get another play here, Brock. That's to an E. Time's going to run out on the half. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Big lick from the coverage team there, and that's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Trap 60. Trap. Roll. 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 Set go.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. He put some juice on it. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner with the INT. And the Jets are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
79 Bronco.
Play action on first down. He lets a heater go deep middle. He's got it inside the 10. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Jets push their lead further to start the half. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. This return starts at the 5. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Set. Hey, hey, check that, check that. 70 Timberwolves. Bring it. Get up.
Here's a give up the middle. And they get him down after a solid gain up to the 31. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
From the 31. Has him on the quick hitter. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Let's go now. Jack Panther. Ready?
Takes the handoff, now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Officially an even 40 yards on the punt. And it'll be Jets football. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd down now, 7 to go. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Now Milton to throw. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And it's caught. Touchdown. The Jets stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets go up by 19. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Bronco 80. Smash. Hup.
Here's the handoff. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. That was Sauce Gardner dropping him there.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Mustang 19. Ready? Unlock line. Check out.
From the 34. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Jets are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
They've got first down from the 31.
Here we go, sack.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
They'll run now on second down. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
The drive picks up here, first and 10.
Here we go.
Simple dive up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Sack.
Plowing up the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A gain of 4 for them. That sets up 3rd and 7.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, so that brings up 4th and 2.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage. Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Starting from the 5. And he breaks the 20 on the return, but only just. That is one up to the 21 and out of bounds. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Go.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Check. Let's go now.
3 quarters in the books from this one. It's Cowboys football as we're really just counting down this final quarter. This game seems out of hand. Second down now, 7 to go.
Bronco switch. Set up.
From the 24. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. One alligator, two alligator, three alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Looking for a throw here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Jets are going to have it after his second interception of the season. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On first down, they'll run. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 coming up here. Man in motion, headed right. A give to Wilson up the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Now a give on the counter. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Second and 6 coming up here. Back to the well again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
All I could tell him there was good luck. You get a safety all over a run like that, they could just smell it like a shark with blood in the water. And you feel fortunate if you're even able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They give it to him again. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
First down, and they go right back to it. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Call it no gain that time, and they'll have 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Another carry for him. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Just 1 yard, and the goal line stand continues. That brings up 4th and goal.
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see, right? Decision time, one of these critical decisions of whether or not they're going to go for an all-or-nothing 4th down play.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And their lead grows further to 25 points.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. They're out and set.
Hey,
1st and 10.
Check that. Check that. 60 Bobcat. 60. Bring it. Take go.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Completed over the middle. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's incomplete left side. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Look at 19. Let's go now.
Here's a throw. And they pick him off again. And the Jets are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense. You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Ready.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect a timeout coming any moment now.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd.
Go.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's a road win for the Jets. And they're continuing to survive among the final remaining unbeaten teams across the NFL as they're now up to a 3-0 start. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from Dallas.